Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Excuse the Mess podcast. I am your host or something, Daniel King, and we have with us Matthew Faulcon, my cousin. Say hello to the good people.
Hello to the good people. Good to be here. Appreciate the invite, man.
No problem, no problem. So why don't you just give us an introduction of yourself?
Well, as y'all heard, I'm this fool's cousin. Um, been on this earth 24 years. How's that even possible? Um, Other than that, man, whole lot of hoopla. Still in school. I work at an ice rink with a bunch of white folks. They're all cool. Everybody's nice. They stay out of the way.
Don't be afraid to use your broadcasting charisma.
Oh, man. I don't even know, man. A lot of the stuff that I do is just kind of fly by the seat of your pants. I'm just kind of, you know, jack of all trades. I don't feel like I'm great at anything yet, but I'm good at a lot of different things. Keeps me busy, keeps
Yeah, I
me out
feel
of
the
trouble.
same way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I haven't mastered any one particular thing yet, but child, I'm getting there.
Okay. Why don't you tell them about the broadcasting and everything?
Broadcasting is definitely the one thing I do want to master. I have a passion for it. I absolutely have a passion for it. Um, Calling games play by play, introducing players on public address, uh, doing my own talk show for sports radio, talking about Bay Area sports, Bay Area high school sports, Bay Area college sports, national sports, all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. It gives me something to do that's bigger than just me. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about sports and you're talking about what's going on around you, you're rarely ever just talking about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to tell you about me and what Matt does and how good Matt is or whatever. I can tell you about what's going on with the Warriors, what's going on with the Sharks, what's going on with the Giants, or whoever I'm broadcasting for. And it just makes me happy to know that, I found what my passion is. Because a lot of people are still searching for theirs.
Yeah.
So I found mine, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm good at it because I talk a lot.
Yeah.
Professional talker, communication studies major, just something that fits me.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Why don't you tell us you're playing sports for San Jose State, right?
Right now, I'm playing club baseball, which gives me an
What is
opportunity.
club? So it's not.
It's not Division One, or not NCAA Division One. It's NCBA Division One. So
What does that stand for?
it's the National College Baseball Association, which is not the National College Athletics Association.
Okay.
So it's just specifically for baseball, and the talent level, I'll admit, is a good step down from Division One NCAA.
Yeah.
But there's still some good baseball players out there, some guys that you can learn from and get better from. And I don't know of anybody who's been drafted from a club team, but I know guys that could end up on minor league deals and doing big things in professional baseball. So
Think you gonna end up with a minor league deal?
I'm gonna fight to the death, fight tooth and nail to give myself an opportunity. It's because you think about it, and there's a lot of guys that, some of the guys in the major leagues now didn't start playing until they were, seniors in high school,
Damn,
18,
really?
19 years old. Yeah, I mean, guys that,
What?
you know,
That's crazy.
it's ridiculous. Like
So they just had a knack then.
natural talent,
Shit.
and you're just that good at it that you can just jump into it right away and be head and shoulders above everyone else on your team, that you stand out and scouts say, who's that guy? I want him on my team. You know what I'm saying? And I want to stand out head and shoulders above everyone on my team, to where someone can look and be like, why am I watching club baseball? Because of that kid.
Yeah. And people like to say that baseball is boring and stuff, and they don't like to watch it and all that stuff, and it's easy. But I mean, if you really play like with good people, it's not a fucking easy sport at all.
You're hitting
Trying
a
to
round
hit a
ball.
90 miles per
Yeah.
hour ball that's coming at you, and it's gonna break down into the right. You know what I mean? You got to try to pick it up, or fucking trying to ground a ball at shortstop that's hopping a few times. You got to make sure you catch it, or else that's a base hit right there
Right.
easily. It's a lot of work. I wish I still played baseball.
The thing about it too is that it's not just those are the fundamentals.
Yeah.
The guys that make it to the pros are the ones who can do extraordinary things.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just put the bat on the ball, but hit for power, where I'm hitting the ball 400 feet, off of a 90-mile-an-hour slider that's
Yeah.
breaking away from me.
Exactly.
Guys that can make that diving play and that throw from their knees or throw from their butt. And, guys that can make the diving catch in the outfield, jump over and rob a home run. And those are the guys that make it to the pros. And then of the pros, you're talking about a small fraction of those guys that make it to the big leagues. Now there's 25 guys on a big league team, and 9 of them are playing at a time.
Yeah.
You know
shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fraction of guys that get to play every day in the major leagues, 30 teams, such a small number.
Such a small margin.
Tiny.
So you have to be the fucking elite top of the top.
Elite in the whole world. Because guys,
it's not like NBA where everyone's gonna get some play time at some point, unless it's a very close game and they have to have the starters out there constantly running.
Or like football, where you got 53 guys on the team, and even if you don't play on the 11-on-11, you're on special teams or something where you get a chance to get out there and hit, kick off, kick return, punt, stuff like that. I think baseball and hockey are the 2 hardest sports to play. Now, as far as the shape you got to be in, being in baseball shape is cheese.
You don't have to. There's no cardio, really. I would say hockey and MMA, but that's an entirely different story.
MMA is an extreme sport, and that's like extreme sports require a different level of
you gotta ability. Have a complete different mentality.
You have
to go into that ring knowing if I fuck up one time, especially our weight, this
could
motherfucker
die.
Is gonna knock my chin off of my
Clean
fucking head
out. Yeah, like you could die, and and you go in knowing that one way or another, I'm gonna leave in significant pain.
Yeah, I'm not unless you're
Jorge Masvidal and you just
Israel or Anderson Silva in his prime, where they're not getting hit and they're just putting. But I mean, those are the top tier. And that's why they're the greatest of all time.
And they all got their butts whooped to get to that place. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through taking your losses from people who are better. And you know what I'm saying? That's what gets you to that place. And the only time I've ever seen somebody go into a fight and not get touched at all was Masvidal versus Ben Askren, where he just put a knee in the side of his head. Ooh. And Askren hit the deck, and he was still like this, just stuck on the canvas. And it was crazy. It was a 5-second fight, the shortest fight in MMA history. So but other than that, with extreme sports, I mean, even water sports, snow sports, there's a good chance.
Especially those fucking bowls, fucking snowboarding.
The snowboarding
oh
one?
my God. If you
do those flips, if you mess that thing up even by a little bit, your neck could be turned 4 different directions. You be walking the next day like this right here.
I like to go down slopes. I don't think I'd ever do a bowl that big. That's a half pipe that big. That's fucking crazy.
I ski, and there's dudes that like once your legs separate far enough and that wax on your skis keep going. They don't stop. You do the splits, and you cannot get up. Like, you're stuck. So it really is a grind. But so I got tons of respect for guys who can do those extreme sports. But as far as the shape that you need to be in for the sports that I play, hockey, you got to be in great shape to keep up, even for a 30-second shift.
Exactly. He might be going back and forth, he cutting this way, like, oh shit, they took the puck, I gotta fucking go the other way and sprint all the way down. Fuck, now we gotta go on offense, sprint all the way down. Yeah, it's a mess.
And it's a journey, and the thing about it is, that's just the energy you expend from naturally trying to keep up. But then once you learn how to skate for real, once you learn the game and know where to be and when to be, oh, dude, your win goes that much quicker because it's like, now I got to get to my spot. Yeah. I got to do the right things to get to the spot. And then I have to be doing something when I get to the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, there's going to be guys that are your size or bigger trying to knock you down.
Exactly.
That are going to be putting, lifting your stick off the ice, dropping the shoulder. If you get the puck and you're looking down at the puck for any reason, you're getting knocked
Don't
clean
let Tom
out.
Wilson see you do that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole different level of conditioning that's required compared to baseball.
Yeah.
Where with baseball, if you can run the bases, you're good.
Yeah.
And there's guys that can't even do that. So it's like, there's guys that are just there. Like, he can swing the bat good, he'll be on the team. Cool. But he can't play defense, he can't run too good, but he can hit. So he's here,
Damn, that's crazy. Well, we're going through this COVID stuff. How was quarantine life treating you?
It's a mess.
It's a mess for sure.
It's a mess because it's a lot of sitting around and doing a whole lot of nothing. And the more nothing you do, the more social media you see. And the more social media you get into, you realize how dangerous it can be if you're not using it the right way. And how
I wanted to talk about that. Sorry for cutting you off.
Oh, you're good.
The social media just I don't know the way Twitter has changed into I don't know what it is now. It used to be just all laughs and jokes and silly goose time, and now it's PC culture and far left. If you say one thing wrong, they're trying to ruin your life.
Oh, you're canceled.
Yeah, no due process.
Cancel culture is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking. How do you feel about that?
I think there's a time and a place. I think if you have people on there that are being openly racist, that are openly homophobic, misogynistic, sexist, those are the type of people where you can block them, you can cancel them, and all that good stuff. But there's a lot of people out there that just don't know any better, and will say something that is not intended to hurt people, but they just don't know any better. And
but even if people are being like openly, offensive, is it okay to cancel them? You know what I mean? To like take away their livelihood, because they have families and stuff like that. If you take away their job and stuff, like you're not affecting just them, you're affecting their 2 kids and their wife, and maybe they got a grandma or a mother living with them. So that's what I've always felt like. Cancel culture is weird. I mean, I know there's gotta be crime and punishment, but I just feel there should be a better way.
I think there could be a better way, but everything is so hypersensitive right now that no one's going to take the time to develop that. But I do think that, if somebody says or does something that's foul and they're remorseful and they're looking to try to do better, to be better, I think we got to be more willing to forgive and not cancel people. But if they're, calling people all kinds of N-words and stuff and saying, all kinds of slurs and rude things, and they're not remorseful at all, they're going to stand by it, then whatever comes to them as a result of that, I feel like
that part I understand.
You know what I'm saying? That's a choice you make.
The part that I hate though is when they're looking for something on you, and so they're like digging up tweets and stuff you said 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And you're already a changed man or woman or in between, whatever. You know what I mean? And like, what was it? The Jimmy Fallon thing. Like 20 years ago, he did blackface on SNL, and then they were trying to get him in trouble for that. And it's like, dude, it's been 20 fucking years.
Right.
You think he doesn't? He probably feels bad about it already, and and now you're bringing it up again. He's probably had the talks with people like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. But that was probably 10 years ago, and then now another 10 years they're trying to bring it up again. It's just weird how they kind of open these dialogues when the dialogue has probably been had already. You guys just didn't see it.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of digging up old stuff because people change. Things change and people change. People get older, and I'm more pragmatic than to think that I'm the same dude I was even a few months ago.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
10 years ago, I've said some crazy stuff about people and races, and I was homophobic probably up to like middle school, and then living in the Bay Area, you go to high school, you're like, oh shit, there's gay people everywhere.
It's like, there's nothing different about them to me. You know, the only difference you may find in people may be, we're a different shade. We're all, that person may be white, I may be black, but we're all people. We all bleed the same. We all tie our shoes and lace our pants up and whatever the same. Like it at the end of the day, we're all people. We all got livelihoods, and we're all just trying to make it.
Trying to get by, exactly.
So to sit here and be, at each other's throats because that person's white and I'm black.
Because of our differences.
Right. It just, to me, makes no sense. Very little sense. And I know some people are so quick to say that, once homophobic, always homophobic. Those type of people don't change, and I just don't believe that. I believe that things change and people can change. And if I never changed, I I wouldn't be here,
Exactly.
So, I think changes come with the presentation of new information and with a desire to change.
And so that's like kind of my thing is like people kind of they want the argument, but they don't want the solution. Like they just want to argue, they just want to be victimized, they just want to yell at people, but they're not like trying to educate anyone. You don't educate someone by telling them they're a stupid piece of homophobic shit. All it does is make people mad at you, and like they want to kind of be prideful and like, I will be homophobic. Fuck you, you know what I mean? And that doesn't help anybody.
A lot of people just want to be right.
Exactly. They just want to be right. They don't want to fix it. They just want to be right.
And you want to be right, and you want to be the loudest, and you don't feel like the smartest person in the room. And it's like, okay, well, what has that done to make the world better? What has that done to make either of the people involved in the conversation better? You won the argument. Congratulations. You now just empowered some guy who may be homophobic to be more homophobic.
Exactly.
Because he's now irritated about the fact that you're
him,
pressing him about it.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I think we got to be more smart about how we handle things.
Understanding is what builds change in people. When you say, okay, I see this is your point of view. Why are you a homophobic? You didn't know. And so let me tell you about this so that you can understand and I can understand you. And then we can fix this issue.
Right. Absolutely. And I know we got a long way to go. I wouldn't be surprised at all if I died off before we got this figured out.
I wouldn't either.
You know,
if we all died off.
Right. You know, I just want to make the generation. I want to make life better for my future kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm going to be a dad one day, and I plan on having multiple kids, and I don't want them to come into this bull crap. You know what I'm saying? To see this that we're dealing with and to see how poorly we've handled some of the changes. I mean, we've regressed in terms of like implementing different cultures and stuff like that, how we coexist together. I mean, life in the 90s and the early 2000s, we coexisted better with different races and stuff than we're doing now. Yeah. And a lot of it has to do with the presidency and the leadership that we have. It's terrible, but it's bad. It's really bad, and I just want that to change for the future generation.
Exactly. We'll move right along. So with the Sharks, we're going to talk about the Sharks now.
Hockey.
Hacky. How do you feel about last season?
What season?
It was the beginning of last season.
Man.
It was a rough one.
It was tough, but you know, I have faith in Doug Wilson, so I'm trying to keep
open mind,
keep positivity.
Yeah. Let's see what else I wanted to talk about. We're gonna take a quick break right now. After this sponsor.
This is your left, and that's your left. This is your left, that's your left. That's your left, and that's your left. Left. Right. Lean to your left. Lean to your right. Lean to your left. That's your right. Lean to your right. Hey, you got it right. That's your left, and that's your right. This is your left, and that's your left. This is your left, that's your left. This is your right, and that's your right. This is your right, that's your right. This is your left, and that's your left. This is your left, that's your left. This is your right, and that's your right. This is your right, you're gonna die.
And we are back.
Returneth
of the King, Lord of the Rings. I want to talk to you about at least let people know about the Game 7 versus Vegas that we went to and how that...
Dude, my hands are still recovering from that.
I still tell people it was the craziest experience of my entire life.
Yeah, man, I screamed like a small prepubescent child.
Yeah, so we were working at Solar for America Ice, where he still works.
Yeah.
So we got some free tickets for it. Did we get free tickets?
You got the
no,
tickets.
I got the tickets.
You got the tickets from
my homie. Yeah.
Yeah, and we tickets were going for like $200.
Yeah,
and we got them for $100.
Yeah,
and we split it 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was we had I feel like at that arena, I don't know if I'd want to be close to the ice. I feel like you have a good, where we were right at the top, that's the best spot because you can see everything happening, and we're sitting at where the Sharks score twice, right next to the goal.
Well, they were supposed to be scoring there once, but they went to overtime, and that's why they were scoring twice down there. Because we got overtime, and we were right on top of Barkley Goodrow's goal. So we're sitting section 219 at the very top, the last row, so you can like lean forward, you can stand up, like you can reach up and like high five the people that are in the suite, and they like reach down, and like they were like reaching down, handing us beers and stuff. Like it was so dope. Especially tickets are going $200 a piece. And the couple next to us is like, yeah, we paid $450 for our tickets, and it's like,
and they drove from where,
like Modesto or
Modesto,
something, Central Valley. It's like, well, I paid $50. We each paid $50 for our tickets. Like, like we figured this out like 3 hours ago. We just showed up, you know, like we were gonna watch it at home. Like when I woke up that morning, I was like, there's nothing more important to me than Game 7. Like, I'm either going or I'm gonna be watching closely,
be on the seat,
phone off.
I'm not leaving this spot. Yeah.
And in the first 2.5 periods is just like an absolute death wish. Like you get the first goal, okay, whatever. The second goal was
all right.
It was a high tip, and we didn't get the call because the Sharks never get the call, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just kind of the way it goes. Excuse me. And here we are, third period. Like, okay, guys, we got to get this back. First few minutes of the third, here comes Pacioretty. He scores and makes it 3-0, and it's like.
And then we're feeling like, oh my God, are we? Yeah, looking at the time, like shit. Should we just leave and try to beat the traffic and everything?
So here comes the 10. You know, it's like 11 minutes, 10 minutes left in the game, and we're sitting there eulogizing the season. It's you know, what are we gonna do in the off season? We got to re-sign Carlson, and what about Thornton? And should we bring back Marlowe? He's in Toronto. They might buy him out. I don't know, man. We got to get Pavelski back in here. What are we going to do about LeBanc and Timo's blah, 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 blah. Just eulogizing, reading the season's obituary, basically.
Exactly.
And next thing you know, there's the face-off where Pavelski gets hit, and he hits the ice, and
blood is leaking from out of his helmet, and he's unconscious. Though they let the play keep going. I
for like another 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And you can see how upset Timo was leading up to that.
Yeah.
And I remember you frequently saying, work for it. Work for it, like, and that yelling that work for it, and like you could see Timo was working for it, and like he was kind of the player that stood out in the scoreless first 2.5 periods, whereas the whole team kind of came together during that 5-minute major, and when he hits the ice, there's blood everywhere, and they let the refs let it go for like another 5 seconds. There was a boo that rang through SAP that I never heard before. Just such a loud, angry booing, hissing. People were throwing stuff on the ice. It was chaos before the real chaos.
Yeah.
So here comes Thornton and Kane. They're helping Pavelski off the ice, and you can see Thornton saying something, but obviously we didn't know what he said until after the game, where they said he had told them to go get 3 effing goals right now.
Yeah.
And them fools went and got 4. Like, just crazy, because the first one, we just were like, okay, look, this is it. If you guys don't score at least 2,
it's done.
It's over. Like, we'll pack it up and we'll, hey, sayonara to the season. We already eulogized the season. So now's your chance. This is it. And so first 5 seconds, boom, 3-1. Like, it was literally the first, I think, 5 or 6 seconds of the power play. So you have 4:54 left on the power play, and it's 3-1. So now we're kind of leaning forward. Like, all right, here we go. About another 50 seconds ticks off. Carlson comes around, fires it, Hurdle tips it home. It's 3-2. Now it's like, okay, hey,
yeah, okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
shit.
All right, I'm starting to feel a little bit. We're like, okay, all right, we back in this thing. We in this thing. It's, we in there like swimwear. And there was a play between the second and third goal where Vegas is coming down 2-on-1. I don't know if you remember the 2-on-1 play. William Karlsson and Riley Smith. And the 2-on-1, everyone in the building is thinking 4-2.
Yeah.
They're about to make it 4-2, and that's going to just nail the coffin shut.
Exactly.
Riley Smith it was William Karlsson carrying the puck. He had Riley Smith on his left, but Riley Smith's a lefty shot, so it would have been a tough angle. So Karlsson just shot it, and he missed the net. Hits the glass behind him. Sharks come pick it up. William Karlsson kind of stops Burns trying to get back up into the neutral zone, and then They pick it back up, and here come the Sharks again. And the whole room started buzzing because you kind of sense like, okay, here they come. We're going to set it up again. And LeBanc walks it all the way down to almost the goal line, whips it back for Burns. Burns hits Couture in the right above the left circle. And when he hits him with that pass, the whole room starts humming. It's like, oh. And he winds up for a slapper, fires it in, and the whole place. I mean, we blew the top off the place. It erupted. I've never seen SAP that loud before.
And we had those thick-ass bracelets. And
they're going off, and the lights are flashing, and there's so many cameras in
and
there.
We made friends with all the people right in front of us and those guys next to us.
I mean, if
we're right at the aisle. And
that's where COVID started right there, was hugging all those strangers and people crying on each other. I can't believe they did it. I can't believe they did it. They tied it. They came all the way back. And the girl that was with the guy, that couple, she had left.
Oh, yeah, that's
because
right.
she was drunk. She said she had to go to the bathroom, and she was gone for all 4 goals, bro. She missed every single one. And so the third goal scored, and then there was a break in the action because I think someone called timeout, and we're all just like, dude, I can't believe this. We're talking to that dude with the man bun that was below us. Like, can you believe this crap, dude? I've never seen anything like this, bro. 3 goals in 4 minutes. What? Who would have scripted this? This is crazy. Logan Couture is the greatest. He's going to be the captain if Pavelski leaves, blah, 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 blah. And before we even stopped buzzing about the third one, here comes Kevin LeBanc with the fourth one.
Yep, oh, the banker.
And he walks it in. And he walks it in, and he beats him far side low. And it was I didn't even really see the shot. I just saw him shoot it into traffic. The light come on, and the fans behind the net went up. And I was like, bro, are you kidding me? We were literally doing a funeral for the season like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah.
8 life minutes ago. Just imagine being Joe Pavelski, and you just get into the team doctor, and you're sitting on the couch or something, and they're doing the concussion test, and you hear the goal horn go off 4 times before you can even get to your locker and get undressed. These fools really went and took the lead.
Exactly.
And so
overtime comes.
4-3. Well, it was.
Oh, and then we have their goal.
Their goal. That's
Fuck
what
them.
that's what broke.
Fuck them.
Because think about it. When you're up 4-3, and they scored it with 48 seconds left.
Yeah.
So when you get inside a minute, the whole room's on their feet. We're all thinking, just get the puck out, ice it if you have to. I don't care. Win the face-off, ice it again. Just get us out of here. And Mark Stone gets a puck and comes up the slot, and I don't remember. I don't know. Tomas Hertl turned it over, and Stone picks it up, whips it to the net, and Jones stepped out and made one of these wicked saves, and the whole place, I was the loudest I'd ever heard the place go over a save before. Of all the saves Nabokov made, all the saves Niemi made, we had Antero Niittymaki for about 5 minutes. Those saves didn't compare to the magnitude of that one. And that's what made everybody believe, we're going to get out of this 4-3, we're going to go home. And so when Vegas scored, it just took the wind out of everyone's sails. That's the longest intermission I've ever been a part of between the end of the third and overtime.
I don't think we even left. I just stayed.
Nobody wanted to.
Yeah.
And then what's-her-face came back, his girlfriend came back, and she was like, what the heck happened? It doesn't go away again. Go back.
When you were gone,
they scored 4 goals. As soon as you got back, they tied it. So go away. Who let you back in the house? Oh man, I don't even remember that woman's name, bro. But I was like, dude, just go. You're good luck when you're at the stand or the bathroom, wherever you were. And of course, lo and behold, last 5 minutes of overtime, her stomach's twirling. I gotta go throw up. Cool. She goes and throws up. What happens? Carlson to Goodrow. Goodrow to the net.
And it rang. It was so loud. It had that sound in my ears of that.
You can hear it reverberating in your ear.
And I was like, I cried a little bit, and we're just hugging everyone around us. The people in the suites are fucking reaching down.
Dude, someone
almost fell trying to hug the guys, and I would broke my neck.
Somebody kicked a beer over in our aisle. That was you?
Me.
Someone kicked the beer over, and it just and we're slipping and sliding and hugging people I love you fools, man. What's your name again, dude? And so we're walking outside, there's people literally doing goal hug sellies in big crowds and groups outside.
And I can barely hear.
You can't hear anything. And then Sportsnet Central or the Sharks postgame show is downstairs, and everybody's trying to get in the camera. They're screaming the story is just remarkable.
Oh yeah, because we were down 3-1 in the series.
Came all the way back to force a Game 7. You're down 3-0 in Game 7.
And then
you lose your captain, and you score 4 goals in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
You give up the tying goal, and you go to overtime and win it with a guy that hadn't played almost all of overtime.
Exactly.
He jumps on the ice, fresh legs against tired legs, and just goes around him.
Right around him.
Yeah. Beat everybody. I mean, it was a great play.
I knew it. Once I saw him do that first crossover, I was like, oh, he's going to beat him.
He's gone.
and Fleury's all the way on the left side, and he's cutting across.
Yep.
And I saw it go
in.
in.
And you could see it happening.
I saw it go in, and I think I was probably the first one to jump up because I just knew.
You could sense it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that whole thing was just it's a feeling that never goes away.
And now Barclay Goodrow has a Stanley Cup with the Lightning.
I'm so happy for him.
Good for him. Good for you, Barclay Goodrow, if you ever listen to this. We love you.
Yeah,
and Pavelski, good for getting to the Stanley Cup.
I just feel for him. You get to the Stanley Cup twice and you're 0 for 2. Man, come back to San Jose. We'll get you one.
Yeah.
I hope, because, man, we need one here in San Jose.
For real.
We just need one. But that Sharks team that they iced that day, to me, was arguably the best team in Sharks history.
Yeah.
I think, and I hate to say this, just with the exception of Martin Jones, the way he was playing at the time, and I'm sure he would be the first to tell you that he wasn't playing all that well at the time, because he's an all-star goalie, and we know what he's capable of. We've seen him at his best, and the way he played that year and in the years following, it just wasn't his best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So knowing that, it's tough, but we know that forwards and defensemen, I mean, we had Gus Nyquist on the team at the time, and LeBank's having a career year, Timo Meyer's having a career year, Kane, Hurdle, Couture, Donskoy. They had all the guys. They had all the horses. And then this is when that Sorensen, Marlowe, LeBanc line was one of their best lines. And then you have Carlson, Burns, Vlasic. I mean, all those guys, playing well. So it worked. They clicked, and, that team had it figured out up until, guys are starting to get hurt. They drop like flies, and you get to St. Louis, and they're, a grind team. They bruise and batter you, and they beat you up, and they're so physical, and they're fast, too. You got defensemen like Vince Dunn that are fast, and then forwards like Ryan O'Reilly that have great skill, and Braden Shen and Jaden Schwartz and Tarasenko, and then Bennington's playing like a madman.
Monster. Holy
ridiculous
shit.
And, when you lose to the eventual Stanley Cup champions, there's no shame in that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I definitely don't hold it over the Sharks' head, especially when in the last game they played, the only goal that was scored in that game was scored by Dylan Gambrell, who, let's face it, healthy Sharks, he has no business being on the ice. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to him, kudos to him, but realistically, he shouldn't have even been there. There's just too many injuries on this team. Carlson's hurt, Hurdle's hurt. It's just too many injuries, and I think that's what plagued us. And realistically, a healthy Sharks team that year probably wins the Stanley Cup final.
Exactly. Oh, what could have been.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But there's always the future. Looking ahead now, can't look back.
Well, yeah, we got Ryan Donato coming in off of from the trade from Minnesota. Devin Dubnyk in a trade from Minnesota. So the Sharks are trying to kind of reinvent their look. They got
about that time.
Yeah, and LeBanc signed on a 4-year deal today, worth $4.725 million per year. The money's going to break up a little differently over each year, but on average, it's $4.725 million, which is a lot of money.
Wait, per year or
per year?
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying overall. I was like, damn, they only giving $1 million.
That's what he got last year.
Okay, yeah.
And I would have given him somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5, but 4.725 for the production that he put up last year I think is a bit high. But I'm a huge Kevin LeBlanc fan.
He's young, so I mean, he's got time to get better, yeah.
So I'm hoping he develops even more than he already has and develops into that 56 to 65 point per year kind of guy, because that's someone who's definitely worth that kind of money.
And he's doing power skating with Cathy, right?
I believe so.
Shout out Cathy power skating.
Absolutely. Because I'm trying to get on with
I am too.
I'm trying to get on with one of her lessons. Or Brandon Herschel, because he's a great coach too. And shout out to Solar for America Ice coaches. You guys have helped me and my family develop into the hockey players that we've become, and basically made the Purple Cobras. That's what that's been. So it's been a lot of fun.
Sorry to cut you off. We're gonna take a short break after this.
Bay Area Pizza Tour. Anybody know what part this is?
This is part 6, bro. You already know what it is, man. You know how it's cracking, bro.
Coliseum Pizza are we in Milpitas? That's the Milpitas sign right there. So we live, y'all, and we have a guest.
I got way too much.
She put sugar in greens. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You need to go to jail. All right, here we go. Coliseum. Yee!
Are we trying ours? Okay. Well, mine's the same shit then.
I can't even really tell which one is.
Nigga.
He said nigga. Golly, bro. Hold on.
I know that's the combo. That's all I know.
Tomatoes trash.
All right,
Nigga.
y'all ready?
I have.
I said, fuck me, right?
Right. I was playing. Oh yeah, that's a whole. That's the best looking one. How you feel?
Excited.
You feel good?
Bay Area Pizza Tour Part 6.
Look at this queen, y'all.
Right.
Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful skin. Look at that.
All right, y'all. Bay Area Pizza Tour. We was talking about some sugar and greens, man. They had us in the sugar and greens, bro. That's nasty. Woo. Okay. Kaylee, talk to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
86? 87?
Oh, so I look
I'm
like
gonna say 83.
83?
I'm the dickhead.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think y'all went a little low. A little low.
Really?
Am I tripping?
They have no water.
They say they sell it by the slice.
Okay, so all right, check it out. So they say that it's pizza by the slice. It's by a whole pie. And in addition to that, look around. We're standing in a parking lot, bro. Like, there's no tables. There's nowhere for us to sit and eat. Like, we were eating on the hood of my car, bro. I get it. Ambiance and everything. It's not good, but you know what? The pizza, dude, that was quality.
It was quality.
It was quality.
I'm going to say 90. That's my score. I'm going to say 90. Hey, look. Listen! It's my pizza tour, nigga.
Welcome back, folks. Here with Matthew Faulcon. He just beat me in NHL.
Dancing is forbidden.
So Matthew's been doing this pizza tour of the Bay Area, trying to find out which place has the best pizza. Why don't you tell us about that?
So the Bay Area Pizza Tour was inspired by quarantine, actually. I had not been able to see my friends for a really long time because we're all, socially distancing and wearing masks and whatnot, and we still are for the most part. There's certain places where I can go where you're among family, like here, where we don't have to be wearing masks and stuff. But for the most part, not being able to see my friends for so long was taking a toll on me. So when they started opening restaurants back up and said you can come dine in outside or whatever, it's like, okay, cool. If they're doing outdoor seating and whatnot, then let's start this Bay Area pizza tour. We can go around the Bay Area with different friends, offer their pizza recommendations, and we can sit, we can talk, we can catch up, enjoy a night out, and have some good pizza. And so I put out a tweet on my Twitter, which is at Matt_Deuce. It's up here. Follow me.
I'm trying to put it right here if I can.
That's my Instagram too. Same thing. But I put it up there and I said, give me your top pizza recommendations, and I'm gonna make this into a thread. And it just kind of inspired the whole thing. Like, wow, there's so many responses and so many different places that are all over the Bay Area, from Redwood City to Campbell, Santa Clara, Hayward, San Mateo, San Leandro, San Francisco, San Jose. So
How many places did you go to?
so far we've been to 10.
10, okay. How many are on the list?
I haven't even counted, but it's probably somewhere upwards of 50.
Damn. You should do on the notes, you do like, if you put like 1 dot space, it'll
Number it for me?
number, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and do that. I'll take care of that some other time. Just mess around and do it now. I have it be all messed up and backwards.
So tell us about the places you've been to so far.
So the places I've been to so far: Golden Boy in San Francisco, Extreme Pizza, Bebo's Pizza Antica, Renato King of the Pizza, all those in San Jose, Coliseum Pizza in Milpitas. And you've been there before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one ranked 90.
Yeah.
Signore's Pizza in San Bruno, King Kong New York Pizza San Jose, Blue Line in Campbell, and Pizza Chicago, which was today, in Santa Clara. And every place gets a rank from 0 to 100, kind of like a Madden rating
Okay.
of the pizza place based on how good the toppings are, how good the crust is, what's the ambiance like, a combination of everything. And so far, it's been a lot of fun, but the best pizza so far was Golden Boy in San Francisco.
Golden Boy?
It's close because Blue Line was great and Pizza Chicago, today's pizza, was great.
Okay. He brought me a
Coliseum.
slice. I'm going to try it. I'll let you guys know how it is.
Definitely. Coliseum Pizza is a 90. Renato King of the Pizza in San Jose was a 94. And King Kong New York Pizza is 91. Everything else was below 90.
What was the lowest one that you had?
Signore's Pizza in...
I feel like I've heard that. I feel like there's one in San Jose, maybe?
Santa Clara. There's Signor's. This is Signore's. It's a little different with the spelling, so I know it's not a chain, but that place is good.
Okay.
This place was somewhere between mid and boo-boo. Not good. It was 71.
What was wrong with it?
The
What didn't
crust
you-
was super hard, and it was really grainy. Like, you bite into it, and you can feel grain across your tongue, and then you got to crunch and chew really hard.
So you didn't ask for extra well done?
No, and it just came that way. And, like, with the looks of it, the way the pizza looked, I was like, oh, this is about to be gas. It was just
It looked good, but damn.
So it was like
presentation was good,
right.
but okay.
Which is, like, extra disappointing because you expect it to be gas, and then when it's not, it's like, come on.
Fuck, yeah. Damn, I'm gonna have to go on. You should do like you do take it, but like use your actual camera and film it and do like a little vlog.
Yeah,
use iMovie and put everything together.
I might
edit it.
redo all those pizza joints. Maybe the top ones.
Still got. I saw you had like 50 more on there.
Oh
so.
yeah, and I figured maybe with the top 10, maybe top 15, we'll just go to those ones with maybe a cameraman, and we'll just do it over again. Bay Area Pizza Tour revisit.
And wait, especially if you wait till it's like, if everything's open. Once it's open, you can go and sit inside and everything.
You can sit inside. We want to get a chance to meet managers and owners and shake people's hands and, take pictures and do the whole nine. Yeah, this is the Bay Area Pizza Tour, and I want it to be, if we can be sponsored, that'd be great. Like, brought to you by whatever. What do we got in here? Brought to you by this box.
Whatever it is.
Hey, be safe, be smart. No glove, no love. But get a
Don't
sponsor.
be silly. Wrap your willy.
There you go. That's good teaching right there. You know what I'm saying? You got to wrap it before you tap it. But can we say amen? But there's what's my freaking point?
You're talking about the
sponsors. Yeah. So like if someone were to sponsor the Bay Area Pizza Tour, and we go to pizza places and we're just like
Well, that's the thing. If you get a following enough, you like get a YouTube channel going, you might be able to get the places to sponsor everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Because if they hear about it, they'll give you free pizza because if you get a good following and people watching it, then you're going to get business into there.
Right. But that's if the pizza's good and they get a good review. You know what I'm saying? Because like you go to a place and they, say, oh, you're the Bay Area Pizza Tour guy? Cool, we got you. We're going to hook you up with a good pizza. They put their best foot forward and they give you some 74 pizza. And then you got to go on your YouTube and report, hey, so they did their absolute best and handed me some old bullshit. What am I supposed to do? What do I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? What am I going to tell my followers? Go to the pizza place that I just left and it was trash. Like, so I want to make sure it's done some way where I don't know how to do it where we can. There's got to be a way to do it where it's cool, where everybody does. I don't know. I got to figure it out. Maybe if we do just the top,
Or maybe the way is not do a rating. Just explain what it like, how it is.
maybe so. And because like again, like I said, we might just do the top 10 pizza joints, maybe top 15 pizza joints out of the whole tour, and go and revisit those
When they're open.
When they're open again, and just call it Bay Area Pizza Tour Revisited. And we're gonna go revisit them, meet the owner and whoever, and say, hey, we came by here, May 12th or whatever. And on that day, we were doing Bay Area Pizza Tour, and yours ranked, of all the pizza places in the Bay Area, top 10. You know what I'm saying? You're ranked number 7 in the Bay Area because your cheese is better, your sauce is better, your crust is better, whatever.
Yeah, you come on with the camera.
And then,
I want to talk to that. Yeah.
And so doing it like that, where you start with encouraging them, like, you guys were that good that I had to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I want to, like, start it to where they can then promote themselves on there.
Mm-hmm.
We build our following, and now it means something.
They should go on YouTube and like watch some food vlogs and see how they do it. See what
Especially
they do,
the ones that have hundreds of thousands of followers, and people who are foodies and do their thing, and they just get all kinds of followers. It's ridiculous.
It's like that Casey Musgraves girl. What was that?
Oh, the country singer.
Yeah, she went to that hole in the wall Asian Vietnamese photo, like where they take your photo and they develop it, and then she liked it so much that she put it on her. She had like 1.7 million followers, and they were just trying to get by. And then by her doing that, people started going there and fucking revitalized their business. So
and especially when you're coming out of COVID, when people's businesses have been, just all kinds of messed up, you're losing all kinds of money. They need that.
Yeah.
They need to build up their following and let people know, yo, we're here. We got great pizza here. And if we can help people build their businesses that way, and remind people, we don't have to eat at these chain restaurants every day, these chain pizza joints and Burger King and McDonald's and stuff. Like, go to your local pizza joint and help those people out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can have that sort of impact on the community where it's more than just us eating food and getting fat. You know what I'm saying?
Should add Parktown Pizza down the street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned that to me, Parktown Pizza, and then Straw Hat Pizza.
But if you go to Parktown, you don't want to try just regular, because they have its Indian style out of it. So you got to try their Indian style ones. It's very good.
And that's the thing. Like, you want to try new things, and I've never had pesto before. Like, who's gonna have the best pesto?
Not on a pizza. I've had it
on pasta.
Yeah.
And so it's like, who's gonna have the best pesto pizza? You know what I'm saying? People will say all the recommendations, and
who's got the best garlic bread?
Right. And who's got this and that? Like, who's got the best sauce? Every pizza's got sauce. Who's got the best one? You know what I'm saying? Who puts the most cheese without having to ask for extra cheese?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whose crust is just perfect, where you eat the whole thing every time. You don't want to miss a bite. Like, there's all those factors, and it just makes it that much more fun. You pay attention to a bunch of different things, and that's the impact that I feel like it can have is more than just eating food and hanging out with friends. I feel like it can help bolster people's businesses after being down in the dumps during COVID, and help get people back on their feet. The chains like McDonald's and Popeyes and all these other places, they're going to be fine without our business.
Some fucking
every single day.
billion-dollar corporations.
They're billion-dollar corporations. They're all over the world, not just the United States, all over the world. And some of them have their headquarters out of the country, so that they don't even have to pay American taxes.
See them, and then what happens? You do the Bay Area Pizza Tour, you start getting some sponsors and stuff, and then you can do a California, and then
to US,
West Coast, and then
US,
move around,
and
Chicago.
If we get out there to the East Coast, Chicago and stuff, I'm able to do fly out to Chicago and get some real Chicago pizza. Fly out to New York, get some real New York pizza. Like,
and then you get to have fun at the same time.
Right. And then it's like, well, we can just make this a whole food tour.
Exactly.
Now we could talk about who's got the best pasta, who's got the best
brand.
seafood,
You're building your brand.
who's got the best burgers, and next thing you know, I'm going to be 295 pounds, not be able to play sports no more.
But eating good.
But eating good in the neighborhood. And so what I'm trying to do now is space it out maybe once a week so I don't get tired of pizza.
Yeah.
Also,
Could you though? I don't think I can get tired of pizza.
It's my all-time favorite. So
Yeah,
it's like
me
it's
too.
hard for me to get tired of it, but definitely trying to space it out for the sake of my health too, because you eat pizza too many times. There's a lot of carbs, and but trying to eat well during the week. A lot of green leafy stuff, less carbs, and lots of water. Drink water all day, every day.
I don't think I've ever ordered a salad at a restaurant ever.
I don't think so either, but I'll make some at home. You buy the
I've
bag.
never done that either.
Really? Oh, I'll buy a bag of spinach and make my own spinach salad at home. I love doing that.
Like Ron Swanson said in in Parks and Rec, I'm not a rabbit, so I don't eat salad.
That stuff is cool, man. It just like
if I'm gonna eat it, there's got to be chicken.
Yeah.
A lot of chicken.
grilled chicken, prawns or something. Like
Yeah.
it's got to have something. But a plain salad, I think that's.
I've seen people that eat it with no dressing.
I can eat a salad with no dressing if it has chicken or something on it. But I prefer like I'm not a big fan of Thousand Island or ranch or anything. So like
You know what? That's right. You don't really like
condiments
sauces,
like that.
yeah.
But like there's this sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings called Parmesan garlic,
Ooh, that sounds.
and it's something that like
Don't sound good for you. I'd probably love it.
they'll drizzle it across a salad, and it's like you might have just made this an unhealthy salad, but it's
cool.
good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you pick your meals wisely, and then you can just pick out on the weekends. Keep your carbs regulated, and just keep the system going. But what I love about it is that there's so many different layers to this Bay Area pizza tour thing, and I think that makes this not just great for me, but for the community. And seeing how people's faces light up when I say you're now part of the Bay Area pizza tour, and we're out here trying to get a score for this place, and they'll say, okay, I got you, we're going to take good care of you guys. So now we're getting top quality service.
Yeah.
And not that we're doing it just to get great service, but now we get good service, and they're paying attention to us, and they're making sure they're taking care of us. And you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours too. We'll leave nice tips and make sure that we rave about the place if it's good.
It's like, what's his name? Jeff Bourdain. Is that his name?
Jeff Bourdain,
The guy that went all over the world eating food.
doing all that food tour. That's kind of what I want to do, like the same
Yeah.
kind of concept. And so, but I don't want to be going nowhere that's a chain. Well, I mean, certain chains are cool, but like I don't want to go anywhere where there's like a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar franchise.
Well, I'd go to McDonald's in like a different country where they have different things that I've never tried before. Like
Yeah.
McDonald's in Japan has way different stuff. McDonald's in Sweden, all that stuff. Yeah.
Stuff like that would be cool. I just like if I'm in the United States, if I'm home, Bay Area pizza tour.
McDonald's is
I don't want
McDonald's.
Round Table, or any joint like that for pizza. I don't want fast food, nothing like that. Not for the tour,
Yeah.
because for that, it's like they're gonna get their money regardless.
Exactly.
But what about Renato King of the Pizza,
Mhm.
which is, everybody that walks in there, they're smiling and thanking them for coming. Like, thank you for buying our pizza. Like, we need your business.
Yeah.
And it's like, heaven forbid they don't make enough sales and all these people here are out of work.
Exactly.
They got to close this place down. And that's on the scale. That got a 94 out of 100. That's a great pizza. So it's like, these are businesses that they're more than just good food for the community, but like these are people's families, their jobs, livelihoods are at stake here. And, if we have an opportunity to help in that regard, definitely want to do that.
Right on. Well, Matthew, thanks for coming on.
Man, appreciate you having me, man.
Yep.
Yes, sir. No doubt about it.
I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to send you